On today's show,
Did they think that you were messing with them? Like, hey guys, just joking. He actually won.
I think for a second or two, they were like, "What? What are you talking?" I was like, "No, guys, like the results board was wrong. Like we won." I walked them over to look at the score sheet, and that's when they kind of believed it. I was like, "Look right there, like it's on the board."
All the preseason hype continues to grow as we continue to crawl closer to the start of the fall season for high school athletics in the state of Kansas. 2026-27 school year. It's just about here. All the players to watch, the teams that are going to be loaded and stacked and have state championships on their mind. All of that is coming our way through a variety of outlets, and we are here to share that entertainment side here on Kansas Sports Chatter. It's our statewide high school sports entertainment show, streaming on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. My name is Cole Rife, and you look at our guest today as we bring up the graphic for our YouTube followers. Joseph Von Lintel out of Goodland High School, upcoming as senior for Goodland. He'll talk about what he expects for the Cowboys as they continue to rotate things around. Gage Garcia with Kapaun Mt Carmel, cross-country coach, coming off a state championship last year on the boys' side. Really good talk about what that season was like and also going forward in cross-country for Kapaun Mt Carmel. Jacy Hackler, another member of the KC Current 2 soccer team out of Kansas City. She's from Olathe, Kansas, and a great experience this summer with KC Current 2. And then we'll have Connor Goerzen, another upcoming senior for Maize High School, part of the football team for the Eagles. We'll talk about what it's just like, going through that tradition and that undefeated regular season they had a year ago and just the expectations this year for Maize football with Connor. Hey, big thanks to a few of our sponsors. So we want to thank Meyers Enterprises. Stand out from the noise. Grow your business. You can schedule a free consultation with Meyers Enterprises. And Eastis Media. Follow them on YouTube and Facebook and stay connected to everything that's going on with Pratt, the voice of the Pratt High Greenbacks. We'll take a break. When we come back, Joseph Von Lintel out of Goodland High School. He's on the show today. Here's a hard truth. If your business isn't using AI in its marketing, you've already fallen behind. But there's an advertising agency in Kansas that can get you back up to speed. That agency's name is Meyers Enterprises Media Research. The name sounds dry because the company's run by engineers, not salespeople. They use superior research and analytics that drive results with surgical precision. Marketing doesn't have to be a gritty battle in the trenches. Your business can win from the box. Visit their website, mediaresearch.agency, to learn more. We continue on here on Kansas Sports Chatter as we bring in our next guest, and that's going to be Joseph Von Lintel. He is a member of the Goodland High School football team going into his senior season. Hey, Joseph, appreciate the time. How's the summer been like for you?
Oh, it's been good. Our whole team's been putting in a lot of effort and work for this upcoming season, so I'm excited.
Like once summer arrives, like take me back to the end of school in May. Like what do you start kind of getting into? What's your normal routine in the summer?
I guess starting beginning and end of May. So beginning of June, end of May, we'll be finishing up baseball. So I'll start football workouts and everything. And then that first week out of school, when school got over, I went to a football camp in Missouri and then workouts every day since then.
So you mentioned making that transition from baseball and then immediately going to that football camp. Like, what's it like just kind of readjusting, I guess, getting back into football mode?
Well, I guess I do football workouts every weekend throughout the school year. And so I'm already kind of with the football stuff. So it's not really much of a transition. I'm just keeping going.
What are those weekend workouts like for football?
Weight room, do a lot of agility stuff, and then I'll head out to the field and run routes and a lot of speed stuff, explosive.
You mentioned running routes. Like, is that just on your own, or do you have like a quarterback throwing, or what do you do?
Yeah, sometimes our quarterback is out there, but if he's not out there, I'll just go out there and run him by myself.
Like for you, like do you go through like just the entire like routes that you might run in a game? Like what are you trying to work on when you're doing the individual workout?
Yeah, kind of the routes I'll run during a game, or the routes that I guess that I've learned throughout just playing football, because we have some unique routes that I've not seen a lot of people run. But
who's helping you most on some of those routes, like so just as far as technique?
Probably some of the college coaches I've talked to have helped me a lot, actually, and they've taught me a lot of stuff that I've not learned from here, so it's helped me a lot.
Anything specific that you've really learned this summer that has helped you?
Probably, honestly, flipping your hips. That's a big thing that I didn't even think about, just getting your hips turned around, and I've been way faster out of the break and everything.
Is it easy, like as a wideout, like you're remembering all that technique and all those, that advice that you get, like while you're actually doing it? Because I got to imagine, like when you get into the heat of a game, like I mean, that's gonna be difficult.
I guess the way he always the coaches, because every coach I've talked to, that's probably the main thing they talked about was getting your hips around so you can get out the break. But shoot, I guess I don't think about it as much anymore because they kind of drilled it into my head.
What are those camps like for you? Like, what's the experience like?
They're fun, a lot of fun. How long ago was it? 2 weeks ago? Last weekend? 2 weekends ago. I went to a carny camp up in Nebraska, and that was a lot of fun. I learned a lot from their receiver coach, Tyler Harris. Learned a lot from him.
For you playing wideout, is that a position that you've been, throughout, your youth?
When I was a kid, I played a lot of tight end, and I didn't really play receiver wideout until I got into high school.
Like, I saw you're listed as 6'5"?
Yes, sir.
So, like, when did you sprout up? Has that been, like, have you always been tall, or did you have, like, a summer where you just really bounced up?
I've always been taller in my class, but I sprouted up probably my freshman, sophomore summer.
Have you noticed being able to take advantage of that? Like, have you been able just to go over the top?
Yeah, I've done a lot of that this summer. Like at camps, I've learned how to use my height a lot more than I used to be able to.
What excites you the most about this upcoming season for Goodland?
I'm excited. We got a whole new coaching staff and fresh start. I'm excited. Everybody on our team's excited. New offense, new defense. Everybody's ready.
How difficult is it, though, just to kind of learn that new system and learn a new offense?
I guess we've almost had a new offense every single year in high school, so the rest of the seniors don't think it's very much different, but they don't think it's too hard because we've already been doing it all throughout high school.
We talk a lot about that, the receiving skills, but you're blocking, especially on the edge. Like, how much work do you put into just, the importance of that?
I like being able to block since I like being more of a physical receiver. So being able to block is pretty big. And so our receiver coach is big on that too, being able to block. If you can't block, then you're not going to play.
The recruiting trail for you, like, have you been able to kind of take it all in, and what's that experience been like?
Yeah, I've sat on it a lot. I like it. It's been going good.
How tough is that, though, to like just kind of sort through all the information?
Well, everybody that's talked to me have kind of broke it down a lot, so they made it a whole lot easier on me than I would have thought it would be 10 times harder. But they made it a whole lot easier on me.
Hey, Joseph, appreciate the time. Best of luck this season.
Yep, appreciate you. Thank you.
You bet. That's Joseph von Lintel, member of the Goodland High School football team. We'll have more of the show after this.
Power outages don't wait for a convenient time, and neither should you. Right now is the perfect season to invest in a standby generator from Wheatland Electric Cooperative. With low monthly payments and special financing for co-op members, reliable backup power is more affordable than you think. We'll help you survey, install, and finance a Generac standby generator, all with professional installation you can trust. Protect your home, your comfort, and your peace of mind before the next storm hits. Get a free quote today and make life without power a thing of the past. Visit us online or call us to get started today.
Sportsmanship is when people who are playing or watching a sport treat each other with respect. This is a reminder to be a good sport to your peers, coaches, opponents, fans, and the people officiating the game. Sporting events have a much better atmosphere when everyone involved is displaying good sportsmanship.
We continue on here on Kansas Sports Chatter as we bring in our next guest, and that is going to be Gage Garcia. He's head coach of the Kapaun Mt Carmel Catholic High School boys cross country team, coming off that state championship last fall and getting ready for 2026. Coach, appreciate you coming on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
What have the summer workouts been like for you as a coach, and just what you're trying to get across to your team during the summer?
Yeah, so we always kind of focus on having a great summer and trying to build a good, strong aerobic base. So we do a lot as far as like hills, of course, at least what we can get here in Wichita. We'll do a lot of threshold type work, just trying to get them working hard, but not working too crazy or too specific or anything like that. But the biggest thing that we really focus on is, developing consistency, and just, good habits, trying to be at practice the right, on all the days, as many days as you can. But yeah,
on turf, you're going to be playing on grass for football. They want to get practice on that. Do you notice for cross country, is running or the terrain that you have as far as experience, does that have a factor?
Yeah. So it's funny. It's a little bit of both, I would say. So, what I always tell my guys is fast, but you have to practice on what you're going to race on. And so we'll go out to Clap Park, which is actually where we go to our first meet, which is the JK Gold Invitational. And that's kind of our, home course, quote unquote. But it's all grass. It's not crazy hilly or anything, but, you go and do a workout there and it's harder to run on grass. It just is. And so you have to practice on it. You have to get some experience on it. With that said, one of the things that we do probably more than other teams in cross country, and this is kind of where I talk about getting a little creative, is we go on the track a lot more than probably most teams do in cross country. And just for the simple reason, I'm we're not we may not be able to challenge them on the hills necessarily, but if we're just fast, right, we can make up a lot of that. And so, yeah, so a little bit of both. We go on the track a lot, but we definitely hit the grass when we can.
Yeah, you talk about that creativity. How important is it for you as a coach, especially during the summer, just to keep things fun and keep things loose?
Yeah, no, I think it's really important. It's honestly something I wish I was better at. Luckily we've got a good group of guys that, kind of it takes care of itself if you get the right group. And I think that it's really important to keep things engaging, especially when your whole goal is consistency. It's how do you sell to kids, right, that running for a long time or running very difficult workouts is fun. Right. And, a lot of times it is trying to develop different things to build camaraderie and whatnot. And so luckily here at Kapaun, we have, the opportunity to have a shared faith life. And a lot of that kind of goes hand in hand with the camaraderie focus. So it is important, but, as I say, some of that takes care of itself with the team leadership that we have. So.
The development of the runners through your system over the years, so especially this time of the year, how much are you trying to individually, I don't want to say nitpick, but just individually kind of break down someone and just try to develop that individual? Yeah,
so kind of one of my thoughts as a coach, and I think it's hard as a high school coach versus a college coach, but the more you can individualize something, everybody's different. Every runner that you ever come across will be different from one to the next. And, some develop more with higher mileage, some develop more with speed. You got guys that are more like 800 type guys that have never run before. So like, and not only that, how do they mentally approach the sport? It's all different, and every person's different. And that, as much as I can as a coach, I really try to individualize that. And it's hard. I mean, to some degree, you kind of have to put guys in groups. And, with enough guys on the team, it makes it so that you kind of have to, you got to focus on the group as a whole kind of foremost, but definitely like as much as I can, I like to try to individualize it and definitely get to know the guys, on a closer level, so that we can make sure that they all get what they are needing, and what they need might be different than what their teammates need, for sure.
Talking with Gage Garcia, head coach of the boys cross country team at Kapaun Mt Carmel here on Kansas Sports Chatter. You talk about, the numbers that you've seen throughout the years. Has it been pretty steady through Kapaun since you've been there as far as guys coming out? Yeah,
so not exactly. We started off pretty small, kind of my first few years. I think my first year we had, I want to say, when it was all said and done, we had like 16 boys, which is pretty, as I see it, pretty small. Last year we had 44 boys
Wow.
out for the team, and that, we had a great team last few years, really. We had, obviously, I think some of that you kind of have to, I really give the nod to our middle school coaches. I mean, getting those guys interested, and that's the biggest thing, I think. And you get groups with a lot of kids, you get groups with very few kids, and we actually just graduated a couple of big groups, and so we're going to be a little smaller this year, but we'll still be pretty good size. But we've definitely been like pretty consistently growing. Last year, I would say, was kind of the first year that we kind of had our team culture and team size, this kind of where I wanted it. And I thought, okay, if we are able to get bigger from here, I'll be surprised. And if we're going to get smaller, I kind of expect that, like, to a certain extent. But I don't think, in my head, I'm hoping that we're never going to go back to the 16 team, 16 kid roster. And I think, there were some changes we had to make early on. But yeah, I mean, I really am all about, the more the merrier. I try to get kids to get their friends out and, use different strategies to try to do that. But yeah, it's been good. It's been good seeing the growth of the team. And, I don't want to take from Coach Bina, but her girls team is absolutely growing, and it's really, the culture there is very, very good too. So.
Yeah, you bring up Coach Bina. Like, how cool is that, just to, not only win a state championship last year with the boys, but then seeing her and then, and then the girls team winning it as well?
Oh, it was cool. Coach Bina is a great coach, and she, the girls on that team love her. They love her a lot. And I thought we had a really good chance on the boys' side of winning. And it was funny because ours was the closer match. We ended up winning on the tiebreaker, but when the girls won, I mean, it was a solid, like, resounding win. And I was like, I didn't even expect them to win. I was like, okay, well, that's pretty cool. And again, I don't want to take too much or reveal too much about their team, but
sure,
they're going to be pretty special these next few years. One of the better teams, I think, that I've seen. So, but yeah, anyway, it was awesome getting to do that, at the same time last year.
So you talk about that tiebreaker, like, what was not the drama, but like, what was the suspense leading up to that, and just trying to piece together where you guys are at total wise?
We definitely thought we'd lost the meet. The thing is, at Rimrock, there's no internet connection up there.
Right.
And so we kind of were at the mercy of the scoreboard, unless we went and saw the official results, or, went back and tried to manually go through. And I mentioned this before, the coach at Blue Valley Southwest, he actually came up to me and was like, hey, he's a little more, he's definitely an analytical guy. And he's like, I was looking at this. I think they might've got the score wrong. Do you want to come check with me? And sure enough, like, we go up there and we check on this. They had just finished printing out the official results, and sure enough, it was a tie. And I knew we kind of had the sixth man on that. And, yeah, it was, you talk about suspense. It really wasn't suspense. It was pure dejection for my team. I mean, they thought they'd lost. They went on their cool down. I mean, and as a coach, I was like, I don't even know what I can say to you guys. Like, I know you worked hard and we did everything we could and put in, tons and tons of just difficult, grueling work, and to come this close and still not break that streak that we had was really disappointing. But then when I saw that, I was like, that's wild. So the guys were on their cool down when I found out, and I'm like, go find them. Like I told a couple of other JV kids that were up there, I was like, go find them, bring them back. Like, this is going to be cool. Did
they think that you were messing with them? Like, hey guys, just joking. You actually won.
I think for a second or two, they're like, what are you talking? I was like, no guys, like the results board was wrong. Like we won. I walked them over to look at the score sheet, and that's when they kind of believed it. I was like, look right there, like it's on the board. Like, and so it was a very, I mean, it was kind of lowest of lows to highest kind of thing. And it was, credit to, like I said, credit to Coach Bello at Southwest. He was, kind of the one that had the impetus of like letting me know, like, hey, these scores might not be right. So, and so, yeah, I mean, it was a very memorable moment. Yeah. So.
For you growing up in Wichita and attending Bishop Carroll, and you had a lot of success, Wichita State, as a runner, but then also at Bishop Carroll, like, did that help kind of influence your decision to get into coaching? Like, did that kind of inspire that success that you had at a young age?
Well, sure. I think to some degree, yeah. I've always loved running. I've always been about it, and I love track as a sport, more than just the running piece. I love the whole sport, the throws, the jumps, everything. And I had a great coach in high school, and he still coaches there, Coach Swords, and he really influenced me and was kind of a mentor to me, not just obviously coaching me as an athlete, but then even kind of a mentor to me as a coach. That was influential. At Wichita State, I had some great coaches, and they actually connected me to some folks there at Kapaun, and I coaching was kind of a thought I had. I was like, oh, that could be cool, and it kind of fell in my lap a little bit. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'll jump into this. And after a couple of years, I was pretty much hooked. I mean, I really enjoy seeing the growth of the kids, and, just watching them break their barrier, seeing what they become. And now I'm kind of getting to the point where, like, some of them are getting married and having kids and things like that. And it's like, all that's like very, very cool to me. And, aside from the success, I mean, the success is very fun too, but I mean, like, some of my favorite moments are watching, like, a lower level JV kid have a breakthrough race. And like, I remember one year we watched one of our guys he hadn't beat a kid all season. And the very last race at the City League meet for him, he went and he beat one guy, and it was, the whole team was just
nice
cheering him on. And yeah. And so, probably from an early age, I think it's just always been something I've loved. And, I'm still trying to run and train myself. But I know that long-term, this is how I'll probably stay around the sport that I love. So, yeah.
So can you still challenge some of those guys? If they start talking a little bit, can you go out there and show them how it's done?
I've still got some speed in my legs.
Okay.
I can still run pretty quick. Last year, we had Daniel Enriquez, who was kind of our star senior last year. And it got to a point on especially the faster stuff where I could not hang with him, mile pace work, even starting to get to the 3,200 pace work. And that stuff started to get a little bit too hot for me. And so, yeah, and it's fun. I mean, I love being able to still run with those guys. I go on a lot of their runs with them. And it's really been a cool thing for me too, because it kind of allows me to feel, how tired they are, how hard are they breathing when I'm next to them? How, what are they actually feeling? And that's honestly very, very good information for me as a coach, on adjusting workouts and pushing them harder if necessary. And, so I still got a little bit of speed in there, but again, I just love running. So I do it too. So
Love it. Hey, good insight, Coach. Appreciate the time, and best of luck this season.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I appreciate you having me on here, and yeah, thanks a lot, and best with your channel. So
appreciate it. That's Gage Garcia, head coach of the Kapaun Mt Carmel boys cross country team. We'll have more of the show after the break. Continuing on here on the show for Kansas Sports Shadows, we're bringing in our next guest, and it is going to be Jacy Hackler, another member of the KC Current 2 team, and announcing just last year that the NWSL club got that first fully formed second team to help player development and find those next rising stars in soccer. And Jacy, part of that team of this summer. Jacy, appreciate your time coming on the show. How's the summer been like for you?
The summer's been really fun. It's been busy, but it's been good. We've been playing the WPSL, so we've had games like pretty much every week. Actually, last Sunday we won the league, so that was really exciting. But it's been a really good experience, and it's just been super fun overall.
That schedule, you mentioned playing games at least probably about once every week. Like, is that pretty normal for you during the summer as far as other summers that you've had?
Yeah, I mean, other summers that I've had, we didn't have games almost every week, but we trained a lot leading up to like ECNL playoffs and stuff. So I'm used to having a busy summer with soccer, but this year it was a little bit different because I haven't played in this league for the summer ever. But
getting that WPSL title, what was the intensity like even in the semifinals, and obviously getting that title at the end?
yeah, it was we obviously all wanted it really bad. So it was something that we all had our mindset on. And I think that we knew that if we played how we could, we knew that we could do it. So it was fun.
All right, so take me from the beginning for this summer. Actually, going back to last year when they announced that, KC Current was forming the second team, what were your initial thoughts, and how did you find out you were selected?
Well, I found out I was selected because Vasile had called me into they called me up to Current, and they basically explained everything and how the facilities were going to be, the new building that they were making for us, and what it was going to be like. And it was super cool. Obviously there was things that had to change with school and club, but it was such a good opportunity that I didn't feel like I could turn it down. Obviously it was something that I feel like if you're offered, you have to kind of go for. So it was really exciting, and I was super grateful for the opportunity. Go to school after that. So
what have you had any interaction with the other KC Current team? What's been the kind of the interaction between your two teams?
Yeah, so we went to preseason together in California this January and February. We were together in California, so we got a lot of the same stuff as them for that. And then other times we've just kind of overlapped with them if we need to do if we need to play each other with 11v11s, or if their players some maybe are coming back from injury or something, they'll be with us then too. But yeah, that's pretty much whenever we overlap the most.
What's it like? I mean, especially you playing, club with, girls, similar age, and then going into, a league like this where you kind of get a variation of age groups. So what's it been like for you, just kind of seeing a little bit of everything?
Well, getting to play with the older girls on my team has honestly been such a great opportunity for me, because I've been able to learn so much from them. They're really great role models for me, because they've been through, a lot of them have had way more experience than I have, whether it's with college soccer or anything else. So they teach me a lot as a player, but also they teach me a lot as a person as well. And playing with my club teammates, it's really fun because everyone's trying to go to college soccer, so everyone wants that really bad. So both of them are very competitive levels to be with, but it's just really a blessing to be able to play with the older girls and get to learn so much from them.
From the player perspective, anything that has stood out that you've learned from some of those older players so far this summer?
I mean, they've definitely taught me I need to work as hard as I can all the time because you never really know what could come up or what could happen. So they've taught me to just always work hard and like always give it my all, even if I'm tired. Like you just kind of have to push through it and you just kind of have to keep going.
When you first arrived, like this summer, getting ready for the season, and you mentioned going out to California, but when you first arrived and you met all these other girls and obviously super, super talented roster, like what was it like just trying to, form that team and mesh?
Yeah, it was definitely a little intimidating, like having all your teammates older than you. It's kind of something that it was really new to me, but all of them were super like inclusive of all the younger girls, and all of us really got along really well. We all knew that we wanted to have a successful season, and if we wanted to do that, we would kind of have to put aside the fact that we might be like however far apart, whether it's like 5 years or 8 years. Like we kind of just put that aside, and we're just a normal team, like if we were to be on club or something.
Obviously winning the WPSL title was awesome. Any individual highlights that you had this summer that stood out?
I mean, not really. Got some goals, which was exciting. It's
Nice.
really cool being able to do that, but nothing really crazy.
So what position do you play?
I play for the Current. I play the forward, so it kind of varies between if I'm on the left or the right or the center. I usually play on the right for them, but
Is forward something that you've been familiar with, or is that new this summer?
no, yeah, I've been playing that my whole life. My
Okay.
whole life I've pretty much played the 9, but with the Current it's been new to me playing like on the wide and the outsides, but I've learned a lot from it.
Like, how much difference does that make for you as far as, what position you're on the field? I know things kind of fluctuate, but like, how much difference does that make?
It's not too much of a difference. It kind of depends. Like, it mostly is a difference whenever we're like either like pressing the other team, but for the most part, it's not too big of a difference. Like, the coaches have helped me a lot with like figuring out where I need to be and stuff, like, because it is a little bit different than playing down the middle, but overall it hasn't been too crazy different. But
Talking with Jacy Hackler, a member of the KC Current 2 team, and going into your senior year now in high school, 2027 prospect. So what's it like just going into that senior year?
Senior year, I'm really excited for it. I'm going to play soccer at the University of Kansas, and I'm going a semester early. So I'm graduating high school in December. So I'll be there in January. So I think I'm just really excited for college and that. And I'm excited to be able to develop like with the Current team with older girls that have been through college soccer before I get there myself too.
KU, obviously a great choice. Like, what went into your decision process in choosing the Jayhawks?
I love how soccer is in Kansas City, and like obviously Current was the first club to build a stadium solely for the purpose of women's soccer. So it's awesome to like be in this city and play soccer, and the coaches at KU are just great. Like, we've gotten new coaches recently and they've like changed the program so much. So I just like feel like they've done such a good job, and it's something that I wanted to be a part of.
All right, I read on the KC Current social media page that you had a pregame superstition and putting your right cleats on before your left. So when did that start for you?
I don't know. I think I kind of just realized that like every time that I get ready for the game, I always put on my right one first. I don't know if it's like, I think it's just been since I was little. It's just maybe it's a habit or a superstition, but I've just always kind of done it.
Does any other teammate before that post went out, did they know about your superstition?
I don't know. My
Okay.
club teammates might have known about it because I've
Okay.
been with them for like years, but I don't really know if they pay much attention to.
Well, I was just hoping they weren't messing with you and like took your right cleat away and had forced you to
Yeah.
put your left one on first. For you, like a most challenging part of soccer, it's something that, not that necessarily you're struggling with, but just the toughest part of the game.
To me, I think the toughest part of the game is probably like how much you have to sacrifice for it, like whether it's your social life or things. Like, obviously playing at this high of a level, you're not quite a normal teenager. Like, it's not as normal, especially doing at this level at such a young age. It's not always the most normal, but that's probably the hardest part of it. But if you have good people around you and good friends around you, like it's obviously will all work itself out like how it's supposed to go, and it's worth it if you have to miss some things for it.
Did you grow up with soccer? Like, was that like an interest at a young age for you?
Yeah, I think I started playing soccer whenever I was like 4 or 5. So I've been playing for a while. I'm 17 now, so.
Was there a point where it clicked? Like, you were just like you probably always enjoyed it, but like, was there a point where like it's like, man, okay, I might be pretty good at this?
Yeah, so I played for the Kansas City Legends whenever I was younger. I think I was there for maybe like 6 years. But we made a run and we won like the USYS Nationals, and like that was whenever I think we were 13. So like the year leading up to that, it was like my team had like we'd gotten really good, and like my coach had put in a lot into us, and so it was like, oh, this is actually something serious that like I think I would want to do with like college and the rest of my life.
All right, going forward, you mentioned, getting ready for KU and wrapping up this summer, but what are your plans for the next few weeks?
The next few weeks, I'm just going to be training like current way of training, and then I'm allowed to like play with my club team, so I'll be like playing in the ECNL games with them. So I'll be getting in like high level training, and I'll also be getting in a lot of games, so it'll be good.
What have those facilities been like? Just it look amazing, and just being able to experience that firsthand.
It's really amazing. They give us so much, like the facilities, the locker rooms, everything is so great. Like the staff, everyone just puts a lot into the athletes, like whether it's our like equipment managers or our trainers or our performance like people or our coaches, like everyone just puts a lot into the athletes, and like everyone wants to have everyone doing their best and being able to perform their best. So they give us so many resources to help us like achieve that.
Hey, Jacy, appreciate your time, and best of luck going forward.
Thank you so much.
That is Jacy Hackler, member of the KC Current 2 team and out of Olathe, Kansas. Are you looking for a new way to promote your business or organization? Do you want to get your message out to a statewide audience that loves high school sports in both urban and rural areas? Kansas Sports Chatter has advertising opportunities from commercials, sponsoring specific guests, product placements, and even a premier sponsorship. Let Kansas Sports Chatter promote your brand. Contact ksportschatter@gmail.com for more advertising details. That's ksportschatter@gmail.com. Come join the chatter. Welcome back on the show. We bring in our next guest, and that's going to be Connor Goerzen. He is a member of the Maize High School football team, getting ready for that 2026 campaign for his senior season. Hey, Connor, appreciate the time. What's the summer been like for you?
It's been good. We've been conditioning, getting through our weightlifting every day. We've had camps all summer, things like that, 7-on-7. Really just getting through it, trying to get better every day as a team. And I'm excited for this year. I'm very excited.
What are 7-on-7s like for you? Like just as a player, like what are those like for you?
As a linebacker, it gives me the opportunity to really work on my pass drops, everything that I can focus on normally that I wouldn't be more to in game where it's consists of just running and everything. It's just that single development of working on my coverage, getting out there, just trying to get better every day.
You're getting better every day. What are some of the individual things that you worked on this summer to improve?
Some of those individual things is drills. So my coach Fred, he's big coach of mine. He's our linebacker coach. He helps us every day, and we consist of pass drops, footwork, different types of plyometrics. We'll go over game film and see if any kinks or anything we can work on that really just helps us get better.
So when you're sitting down and watching that game film, just as far as for yourself, like what are some of the things that they're picking apart?
Anything and everything.
Yeah.
From footwork, hands, where you need to be, how to shed a block better, where you should have been at this part of the play instead of where you were, but mainly focusing on that, and then we'll develop that through the next week to get better on that.
Talk to a number of, O linemen and D linemen about the hands for you, especially from the linebacker position. Like how important are hands for you?
Very. I mean, you've got to have great hands to shed blocks and really get extended, not so much to get wrapped up and just get stuck in one spot, being able to make a play and being strong and firm, but also have a steady base and quick and fast.
Did you grow up with football? Has that always been like one of your go-to sports?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, my dad had me start in second grade, and I've just been there playing it, and I found a love for it. I really love football. It's a big thing, a big part of my life.
Was there a point where you got really passionate about it and realized, okay, yeah, I want to continue to do this?
I would say around middle school, when I got into more competitive, we started playing more competitively. I got to meet a different group of guys because I was originally in Hayesville, and I came to Maize, found a love for being able to play against guys who are really more higher level, who are really out there to get work and have a great bond together. And I find that amazing.
Was it challenging at all switching systems, coming back or coming over to Maize?
It definitely was. I would say I was nervous. I struggled with thinking I wasn't as good as these guys, but I finally got through the mental game of it, and I really strived to be better. And these guys welcomed me. I mean, they showed me love and compassion, and they knew I loved this sport, and they got me better. And I really appreciate everything they've done for me.
How much fun was last year? You guys had the undefeated regular season. It was just kind of fun, following your guys' success. How much fun did you guys have last year?
Insane amount. I mean, I loved last year's season. I got to play with some great guys. We really enjoyed our time together. We worked hard every day in practice. We got through it, and we really just wanted to be better. Everybody there wanted to get better and be the best possible we could be.
Anything else that stands out that jump of growth that you guys had? You look at that time at Maize, like the success that you've had and then building up and eventually turning into what it was last year. Anything else that stands out that made you guys make that big jump?
I think the more time we spent together as a class of guys, I mean, really spending that time together to develop that chemistry and that skills, and really the coaching staff helped us a lot. I mean, we have a great coaching staff. One guy I really like is our defensive coordinator, JJ. He's very passionate. He's a very smart coach. He loves to be with us guys, and he really helps us a lot. And I think our coaching staff has really put us where we need to be.
For you and like the team, like the outlook going in, like what's the outlook for this upcoming season?
I think we should be great. I mean, yeah, we lost a couple of guys who were really great last year, but we also have returning seniors, and we have some new guys who came over to come play with us, and they've been pretty amazing from the camps I've seen. I think once we get through these first couple of weeks of games, I think we'll be set. I mean, I think the chemistry will be there, the strength as a team will be there, everything we need it to be, and I'm excited. I'm very excited.
I mean, you go back, even decades, looking at the success that Maize has had, like how much of that tradition do you feel as a player, especially now going into your senior season?
Oh, tradition's everything. So at the end of every game, if we win, we always go ring that bell. And we have a big old bell for a past principal who we very much respected. And we ring that for him every game. And we're very proud to wear our shirts. Everything to represent is Eagles. It's very passionate. It's a great school. I love it here.
Is there a standard amount of like rings on the bell? Or just as many as you can get in?
One big loud or a couple few loud that you can get in.
Okay, fair enough. All right, last question for you. You look at your schedule and playing all those Wichita schools. What are the games that kind of stand out? I imagine Maize South has got to be up there, but what are the games that stand out on that schedule?
I definitely say this first week, Andover Central. I'm very excited to play them. I know they've got a good group of guys. I'm pretty excited to play them. Derby, big team we've always faced. They're always They're always great, and I'm really excited for them. Maize South, obviously, rivals. We want to beat them every year. Got to get them. But that first couple weeks through September, I mean, we really, really got to strive to win because everyone's healthy and everyone's strong. And I think that's why we need to face them head on early and really prove where we are at.
Going to be a lot of fun. Hey, Connor, appreciate the time. Best of luck this season.
No problem. Thank you.
That's Connor Goerzen, a member of the Maize High School football team. We'll have more of the show right after this. Are you a person that's always on the go? You can still easily keep up with Kansas Sports Chatter with the audio podcast. Hear each episode on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Make sure to follow the Kansas Sports Chatter podcast. That's a wrap on another episode of Kansas Sports Chatter. Like I said, we like to try to make this as interactive as possible. So if you have ideas for the show, if you like something, you don't like something, or if you have suggestions on guests that you would like to see on the show, we're always open to it. And we'll try to, land as many of those guests that want to come on the show, as many as possible. So reach out, hit us up on social media. And if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button on YouTube for Kansas Sports Chatter. Hey, big thanks to a few more of our sponsors. Barton Community College, always enrolling. You can start your next chapter at Barton Community College. Also want to thank Wheatland Electric with their headquarters in Scott City. Let them help you survey, install, and finance a new backup home generator. And SPX Specialized Video Wall Solutions, high school gyms, they can spice things up with a new video wall. Make sure you contact SPX. That'll do it for today's show. We'll talk to you next week when we hit number 100. As far as 100 episodes of Kansas Sports Chatter, that starts next week here on KSC.